This is kind of good because we've struggled with this a little bit here. As a review, we talked about this. We did 1 minus, I don't know, 3/5. And we drew kind of the picture form of this, where we said, okay, well, we have one whole thing. Because 5 is our bottom number, we're cutting it into fifths. And cutting it into fifths kind of looks a little like this. If I have 5/5, which is the same as 1, and I take 3/5 away, I remove 1, 2, 3. What am I actually left with there? Melissa Smith? I have 5/5 and I take 3/5 away. How many are left?
2 and 3/5.
Just 2/5. See, because here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/5, and I'm taking these 3 away. I'm left with just those 2/5. Now we've already done that. Today, you're going to make this a number besides 1. In other words, what if this was 4 minus 3/5? Okay, which would mean instead of starting with 1 circle, I am starting with 4 of them. Okay, you're still going to end up getting that same fraction there, except you have to remember you started with 4. One of the whole numbers gets used because you have to take some of the pieces away from it. Okay, what do I have in addition to the 2/5 of the pieces left? I still have how many circles left? 1, 2, 3 of them. So if I take 4 minus 3/5, I'm left with 3 whole things plus 2/5 of that last one that was left when you took those 3 away from it. We'll look at another problem here. What about 7 minus 3/8? 7 minus 3/8. What's the way we should be thinking about this now? First of all, what we need to do is we need to write them up and down. Write up and down. In other words, when you see a problem like this, I want you to write it like this: 7 minus 3/8. And if you want, you can put a 0 there if you'd like to have a number there for the whole number. And I think we've talked about this before. I need to take 3/8 away from a fraction there, but there is no fraction there. What do I do? What do you do in normal math when you have to subtract something from something, but there's nothing there to subtract from, Grace?
You borrow 7.
Right, this 7, you're going to take 1 away from this 7 and make it a 6. But what am I going to put over here? I'm not going to put a 10 like we do with normal subtraction or a 1 there. I am going to put a fraction there that is the same thing as 1 because that's what I moved. But what fraction will that be? Now remember, you can make bazillions of fractions that are equal to 1. You could have 2 over 2, 3 over 3, 4 over 4, 12 over 12, 19 over 19, 75 over 75, 1,000 over 1,000. But only one fraction would make sense with this bottom fraction to put. And what fraction would that be, Alexa?
1/8.
Not 1/8, because 1/8 isn't the same as 1. Alex?
8/8.
8/8. You want that fraction to be the same as 1, because 6 and 8/8 is the same as 7. That's what I started with. Okay, I'm going to make that 8/8, and now I can subtract. If I have 8/8 and I take 3 of those 8s away, how many 8s are left? 8 minus 3 is, Calvin?
8.
5/8, and then don't forget you still have this 0 from the 6. 6 and 5/8. All right, let's look at another one. What about 236 minus 1520? 21s. That looks like a pretty problem, isn't it? First thing I have to do is what, Ryan? No. Write it up and down. Yeah, it's gonna look like this, 236 minus 15 over 21, and if you wanna put a 0 there, feel free. What do I have to do next? Just like the last one, I can't take a fraction away from nothing, so it ends up being what I need to borrow from this 6, it becomes a 5. The real question of the hour, ladies and gentlemen, is what fraction do I put here that is the same thing as 1 that I borrowed over there that would help me with that bottom fraction? Michael Bruel says,
21.
right, you want the same bottom number, so that's the number I put for the bottom, and I have to put the same number on top because that's a fraction that's equal 1. So what's my answer? What is 15 21ths from 21 21ths? Love that one. Jacob?
6.
6 21ths.
Oh, yes.
And what do I get over here?
5.
Don't forget about the 235.
Yeah,
I know you were. You guys just wanted to shoot. You kind of get the gist of that. Let me give you another one. Alexa?
So, like, if you borrow, you have to use the same number.
Yep. When you borrow, you'll get the same exact number over the same number, and then you pick that number to be the same as this bottom number.
Okay.
So like here, let me do this one. How about 15 minus 3/4? Do that problem for me, let me know when you get your answer. And the answer that it seems we end up with, Mason, is?
14 1/4.
Very good. Because you needed to borrow from this, it became a 4. What fraction do you put over here that equals 1? 4/4. Now you can take 3/4, and you have 4/4, and you take 3 of them away, you're left with just 1/4. 0 from 14 is 14 and 1/4. Is that doable? Perfect. All right, then your assignment, children, should be set number 60. We're gonna leave Friday already tomorrow.
Days where you don't remember what you did. You don't remember what you did.
So, this number